Hello, everybody, and welcome to the session. Just fiddling with my sound a bit. There we go. That should be good. So, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Okay, well, that's a thing. So apparently no Frank today. We have no idea what happened. It's very likely that he's just like sleeping because he was up pretty late last night. Because we were chatting in Discord, so he might just be sleeping. He might pop in at some point in time and be like, "Oh shit, hi guys." So hopefully nothing's going wrong over there, because since we don't actually know, hopefully everything's good and he's just sleepy. So, all right, we want to get jumping into the session because some exciting stuff is happening.
Yeah, we ended the last session finding out that the stone circle that had been hinted at since the beginning of the season was actually a Rockwell, and
pretty much
that's completely stupid, and I'm okay with it. It's like the right kind of egotistical, villainous, stupid.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait a second. That's like what a comic book villain would do, and it's Mass Effect. It's supposed to have a semi-comic book feel to it.
You know, if when I make a villain, they're a bit comic booky. The one in the Wednesday show that literally had like a goatee and everything.
Oh, there are stereotypes for a reason. It's because they're fun. All right. Let's get into the session. There's a bunch of stuff we have to do. It's funny, over on Twitter, I marked off a checklist that's not actually completely checked off. So you guys do have several things that you need to do to finish setting stuff up. You were getting the mining equipment. You were buying the mining boat. Aaron had kind of like found out the information of like where one is and stuff like that, or where the facility is that makes. Oh, that's right, a broken one. Isn't that right? You had found a broken one that you could fix.
Yes.
Yeah, there was like a second, third, fourth hand kind of thing that you got for a Quarian.
And that'll take me 2 weeks to fix, and then we have to actually do everything else.
Yep. So there was that one right there. It's fixing Aaron's frame.
Welcome to the 4-hour session. That's going to be a 2-month time skip.
You didn't say that we'd get to the mission of killing ourselves quickly.
Oh no, when we leave, there's just going to be blue sun fleets just around. It's like, hey, we heard you're going to do a thing.
Yet?
You're not going to do the thing.
They're not gonna.
Like, how'd you hear about it? Well, apparently, a Krogan was in a bar talking about a thing that they're going to be doing. So, all right.
Is Cracks like freaking Sterling Archer? Like, yeah, we're going on a secret mission. Hey, Cattle, can we talk about how? Can you tell these girls the secret mission we're on? It's super secret.
That's usually my role.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right, because you're supposed to be like, I'm cute and mindless. So, all right.
I just don't care about secrets and things.
so let's move on with the actual getting of stuff done. There was the purchase of that, which you knew somebody that you can go and get that from, and you were going to have to do a lot of fixings on. There was the construction, and this is actually what you were spending the current 2 weeks on, literally the construction of the ship tender mount. The cool thing about a ship tender mount is that, the cool thing about like putting stuff on the side of the ship, and Rick and I had found these rules after last session, I believe, you can literally construct things for less cost, but they have to count as one of your modded items. So, Aaron, you have a limited number of items that you can mod, which is actually enhanced by an ability.
I'm nowhere near close.
Yeah. But so that ship tender mount, actually, because it's a size 2 ship, it counts as 2 of those mods.
Okay.
So because you constructed it with just spare parts and you made it like from scratch, that counts as 2 of your mods. And so that's like a really cool thing about the game that you can do.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that you literally were taking care of right now while you guys were doing all of your research. We're going to go and purchase that other item in a second. Rick, you'd received tons of extra items. You're like, do, and like put them in your room. It's not like when some people go into your room, they're like, why does this look like Krax's armory? And you're like, no reason.
I don't think we're allowed in his room. I don't think
No. There's a lot of terminals in there that are very sensitive.
Now he has a private room. It's a private room.
I feel like he's one of those people that every time he goes into and leaves his room, he opens the door like a fifth of the way and like slides out and shuts it. It's like he like wakes up in the morning to like take a morning piss.
Both
opens.
ways.
Slide.
Just like.
Not everyone has Entree's open door policy. What? No, it's just true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on. I have a feeling if Ollie was the one that was playing a Quarian, she would have lots of diseases. That came out sounding wrong.
Like a nymphomaniac Quarian? That's going on the list.
Oh, jeez. So moving on, that came out wrong. So the other things that you had to procure was the actual shuttle, and then you needed to drop that shuttle off with the two of you inside of it. So let's go do those things. Erin, we're already flashed forward the 2 weeks or so, saying that you had finished.
Didn't we end on a cliffhanger?
Yeah, we were literally in the
We
Presidium.
the cattle was being
That's right. My apologies.
ambushed, essentially.
Yeah.
And then I got tackled by Andre.
So
And I got
Andre gave you the big
installed
hug.
on a hacking
So
roll of
he's
Rockwell.
leaving, and then the other people are kind of like moving off. So as Rockwell is actually, thank you. So sorry, I was excited about constructing things. That's so funny. Thank you, Ollie.
You're so excited to get to the plot that you're forgetting the other plot.
To kill one plot.
So as you see him like walking off, and others happen to be moving in the same direction, two of the people, the ones that were on the bench, are moving very quickly towards Cattle, as we discussed. And Entourage goes up to Cattle and gives like a nice big hug. So so it's funny because like that happens.
Public displays of affection. Yeah.
That happens, and it very easily like turns the situation from like where things were going, which was like, okay, a big group of them could easily have attacked you or whatever, to like now it's like they obviously would be the bad guys in this scenario, because like you guys are just being like a cute little couple that is there. So you're kind of seeing this thing playing out. Could the two of you roll me a perception charisma check to kind of like read the situation, and then immediately afterwards roll for me a perception wisdom check for actual viewage. Thank you. And let me make these rolls visible.
One of these I should have used an action point, but you know, I
I mean,
I
we're
think
back
about
up to
output.
6 now, so...
Yeah, I know.
It's actually not. Oh no, yeah, it is too late for the action point. So the party pool. So with the perception of like reading the situation, you guys see that those two people, they look like they're still coming at you, like they're trying to be discreet, but they're like still coming at you pretty hard. That's what you're reading off of the situation.
You know what assassins look like.
As for the check for viewing, Entree is so like engrossed in her acting as well as reading the fact that these guys are coming for you that she doesn't notice, but Cattle luckily does, that the gentleman in the the suit and whatnot, he goes off to the side, and the Presidium is generally like a heavy walking area. There are some like floating cars and whatnot, and everything here. What he actually gets into is a chauffeured vehicle. So he climbs into the back of, again, one of the flying cars that exists in the Presidium, to get from like transit A to transit B, and it's very obviously a very, very slick, very nice car or vehicle, hover device that somebody else is driving for him. Meaning this is, of course, somebody of significance.
Was that Rockwell or the person?
It was definitely Rockwell. The other person walks off and goes a different direction. And the fun part is, when you look at the two of them, you look at the distinction of them, it was very obvious that when you're talking about somebody who is probably, even though he wasn't in uniform, probably more decorated, the old guy is probably a more decorated person, yet the younger, ugly person, Rockwell, it seems to be the one in the position of power here.
He ugly, I can't lie.
I mean, he's based off Ollie, so.
He got shot in the face.
All right, so you guys see these two lumbering people coming at you. The date, as it were. The guy and the gal date. What do you do? No, you see them. You see them coming at you aggressively.
Oh yeah, I just didn't see that. Okay.
Yep.
How
do you handle this?
I suppose what I would do, which Cadel would be able to tell, is while I'm hugging him, I take my dagger like out of my belt. Like so they're like, it's like behind from them. That's kind of what I try to do. Is it's a holdout dagger, so I don't know if I can do that for free without it being like an.
You're fine. So this is a dagger as opposed to the your
actual like.
Yeah, your actual like
lightsaber.
cool. So the important thing to note about what that would be considered a non advanced weapon. If somebody's wearing basic armor or no, or like effectively no armor, that hurts them. If they're wearing advanced armor, which is light armor and better, that kind of basic weaponry wouldn't hurt them.
What did it look like these guys were wearing?
They're on a date, right? So they're actually, you can tell because you're trained. Yeah, you're trained, so you're like, they're probably wearing armored clothing, but the likelihood of them having shields up is very slim. So
yeah, there was something in character creation where it's like, instead of this, you can take a dagger, and I was like,
there you go. So you have a dagger. So Cattle, you notice that. Cattle, what do you do?
I would definitely try to, through body language, try to alert Entree to the fact that they're still coming at us aggressively. And then I would probably... Would I have had a chance to, like, get my new weapons ready for this? I imagine we would have.
Oh, of course. You had tons time.
Yeah, okay. Because in that case, I'm going to be packing some more stuff.
Yep.
okay.
The stuff that you could actually carry on your person or whatever. I imagine that one particular light pistol you would definitely have on you because it's encumbrance 1 and it's concealable.
Yeah, but I've also got 3. I've got 3 hard points now, so...
Oh, that's right. So what weapons do you actually have on you, out of curiosity?
I would have brought the concealable light pistol, and I would have brought an assault rifle that looks like it fires lasers. And I would also have brought...
Assault rifle, Cattle?
Huh?
Can you even use an assault rifle?
Not really.
Technically.
But it's fine.
Technically.
I can use it, just not very well. See, that's the thing. He gave me a fuck ton of guns. Now I really regret not getting some basic points in weaponry. Because I always assumed I was going to be running around with a heavy pistol until Kingdom Come. But yeah, also carrying a shotgun. Because fuck it.
So a shotgun, an assault rifle, that concealable weapon doesn't usually take a hard point. You can actually hide that somewhere else on yourself, and you can use your hard point for...
In that case, also bringing the +2 to hit heavy pistol, because fuck everyone around.
Pistol?
So he has a light pistol, a heavy pistol, an assault rifle, and a shotgun. Only 3 of those are visible.
Yeah.
So he actually looks like somebody who's well armed.
If anything, they're fucked.
Yep, and then of course you have your light points, which you're holding
by
the
they
gel.
noticed you walking up to the important guy, Cattle.
Maybe.
Beep, 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 beep. Don't buy my weapons. Beep, 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 beep. I'm not scanning your stuff. Beep, beep, beep. So, continuing on. They're coming at you. You guys are kind of like shimmying and getting ready to grab your stuff, kind of like preparing yourselves for it. You can roll me one more perception charisma, but with a -2.
Might as well, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. So as they close in, they're definitely moving in to attack you guys. Roll me initiative.
Ooh. Gotta remember where the initiative is. Found it. Man, my initiative dice was like so close to not being bad.
So close.
Man, it was bad.
But not there. Where is... Sorry, just give me 1 second. Where is my NPCs? Where's my NPCs person? Characters? There you are. I was like, I know I have an NPCs person. Initiative. Oh, I rolled an 8. Oh, that was with a +1. No, +1 was supposed to be there.
Oh dear.
Ha!
Oh dear.
I rolled 2 8s.
Let's something wrong with your dice, good sir.
Let's say that, you know, I was hugging back to the bad guys. So with my armor.
So as these they're approaching and they're moving in really quickly. Obviously, they were still a little gap of distance from you. They get to the point where they're like up neck and neck with you guys. They're right there. They're right beside you. They might even be like repositioning themselves to move past you, but they're eyeing you hard as they're like making their way closer and closer and closer. They haven't actually attacked yet, though. After that is Entree.
Okay, so in a kind of like breaking the guys thing, knowing that we probably have a couple of seconds to act, just like we'll quickly look to Carol and just say, fight or run.
We can probably take them, but witnesses.
That is not a good answer in a very short given amount of time.
Fight or run. We could probably take them, but witnesses.
Yeah, like...
And so she's like, I'm left with my same question. And time's up. That was our free action
exactly,
speech.
Right?
I just have the free action left to
I'm always on these private missions with Cattle, and yet he won't meld with me. So I can't use my...
Because I have so many secrets in my brain.
I made the character based off. I'm gonna turn around, and the one sort of like to my right, I'm going to lift them.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is copy paste that in the chat.
All right. So, that's funny. Oh, we should make that a spell card, really. But
Yeah, we should
spell cards don't really exist in this format.
So I
worry about it later.
I'll just turn and they need to make a physical will save.
Or at least a formatted way of copy pasting that. But for now, the biotic may commit effort as a main action, which you do, to force the target to make a physical save. Failure will cause the enemy to float up helplessly in the air, making them more vulnerable to attacks. While still lifted, the target effectively has a dexterity score of 3, which is a -2 to their dex, and these people have a +1 of 14 or higher. So that's actually like effectively an 11-point penalty or greater to the dexterity, which is huge. That's incredible. And suffers all penalties associated with such. Attacks against the target are made with a +2 bonus. The lift force is added to the target's velocity or momentum. For example, using lift using lift and charging an enemy will cause them to go flying over your head. Blah blah blah. So the cool part about getting the +2 bonus on attacking them, because their dexterity is now a -2 or is a +1, their AC is also dropped by a 3.
They fail a save.
No, I'm just saying that I'm just explaining the ability. So if they had a +1 AC from dexterity, their AC is a -3. You know what I mean? So the AC drop it, and you get a +2. It's a 5-point swing, which is.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna shoot them.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. All right, so the thing is, you commit that as a main effort, but
Where is the car that's flying away? My mental
it's
record.
Just starting to get up. So it's actually a distance away from you, but only a quick walking distance, and it's just starting to fly away. So I want to say, give me 1 second. I'm answering your question. 50 meters.
That might be fine.
And it's growing. So
it's
Ollie,
not armed in any way, is it?
No, it's the Presidium, not armed visibly at least. Ollie, can you lift 2 targets at once at your level?
It doesn't say that anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's level 3 of biotic that you can actually lift
telekinesis 2.
Yeah, what does telekinesis 3 say? Does that say multiple targets?
Oh wait, I have it here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I can open up the 1 second.
I was looking up something for my next turn instead.
It's funny because I actually did just do a bunch of changes to the Mass Effect thing, and things are a lot cleaner. I'm very excited about next campaign because things are going to be running even smoother with character creation and leveling up and whatnot. But so let's see. So it says blaster lightweighted. So at level 3, which are 2, the biotic can manipulate up to 800 kilograms. It can affect as many individual objects at once as they have telekinesis skill level. So 3 objects. So right now you can only do the 1 object.
Not now.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
So 1 person you can lift. There's the dude and the chick.
Fine. I'm lifting the one closest to the car.
Oh, so slightly closer to the car. It's not gonna be much different, but we'll say that that's the guy.
Yeah.
I have to make my saving throw. So 1 second.
Nothing like getting the guy up. The hell are biotic words?
Ollie.
You sure are lifting his spirits, all right.
Oh, Ollie. All right, so I have to make my save against physical save 13. Do I have any penalties to this? I don't think I do.
It's just regular.
Here we go. Oh, I rolled a natural 20 the first time using an ability.
What?
I mean, at least you're getting them out of the way early.
How does this work?
That sucks. I'm sorry. It's your first time using ability. You're excited, and technically second.
I was going to pull out the shotgun if he succeeded, because at that point it's like, oh yeah, I have a -2 to hit him, but he's got a +2 from being in the fucking air.
Yeah. Sorry. So so all of a sudden you go. So the way biotics works is it's not like it's just you think about it and it happens. There's actually a physical trigger that makes these abilities happen. So more or less you kind of like turn and like twist your arm kind of strange and lift your fingers in a fun way, and all of a sudden the person starts to like lift up a little bit, but he like seizes out of the corner of his eye and kind of like throws his weight down and like kind of like centers himself down and moves slightly out of the way. So like where you're trying to grab the actual molecules that you try to grab and affect aren't there and aren't in the order that you were trying to affect them, and so he is able to resist it. He kind of lifts slightly to the balls of his feet and pulls back down. That is your main action. You can still, of course, like adjust yourself, move. What do you do? Hug tighter.
I guess I'll move up to that guy if he's down on the ground.
Okay,
and then
awesome.
That's it.
So you kind of like move up to engage in melee with your dagger in your hands.
I think I can do that. I'll have my armor change back into physically appearing like armor.